Goodbye.
Where are you going?
Balls deep.
Into the BMW?
That is correct. Are you jealous? It's gonna be faster than your car. You wanna come?
If I do, it'd be later.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. This is the very last time we're ever gonna rip the E92 M3, this beautiful, naturally aspirated, high revving V8 engine. Well, it's NA. Well, there's no supercharger on it, because that's what we're doing today. We are starting the VF Engineering VF650 supercharger kit install onto the M3. So let's get it fired up, get it warmed up, head to the shop, and hopefully I don't miss this thing being NA. I've seen some people that supercharge their M3s and then they go back to NA, which I don't think I would ever do. I'm not sure why people do that. I was really hoping to get the FRS 100% tuned and back on the road, but sometimes life just doesn't go how you want it. You gotta roll with the punches. That car should be tuned soon, I hope. I'm gonna get it off the lift. We can get the M3 on the lift. We've gotta let it cool down and we can start tearing into this thing. As it's cooling down, I'm gonna do a ton of research online. Like I said in yesterday's reveal of the M3 supercharger, I've never supercharged a car before. I don't really know. I've never even touched an M3 before, except for like I think we did the rod bearings on that car, and that's about it. If we can get this car finished up by the end of the week, by like the end of the weekend, I would be super excited. That's the goal. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, check this out. Letting the car cool down, went ahead and got a hold of VF Engineering because I know they have like an install guide and I wasn't sure where to find it, couldn't find it on their website. And when you buy the kit new, they include this thumb drive that you plug into your computer and the PDF is on here. So I'm gonna go pull this up, run through it real quick. And I think after doing some reading online, we should have this car done in 2 days. We could get it done today, like all today and tonight, but we probably can't tune it until tomorrow or maybe even the next day after that. So if I give myself 2 days, we should be able to do a nice, solid, efficient, good job at it and not be rushed. So I have the instruction diagram pulled up. That's super helpful. The diagram for the supercharger bracket and how all the spacers sit. And then they also have a nice diagram for all the hardware. So with those 3 diagrams, we should be able to get this thing 100% situated. Let's get started tearing some stuff apart. This guy's gotta come off. This guy's gotta come off. And then that should free up a lot of space and we can figure out what to do from there. This is how she currently sits. So much space now. Next up, we need to do some stuff back here with the air pump. Separate the snorkel from the air pump at the pressure sensor, leave the pressure sensor in place. So that's what that says there. And then remove the 1-inch push fit quick connector from the stabilizer hose. Got it. So I believe we're gonna leave all of that sitting how it sits now. Hose to the sensor. Sensor is still plugged in. And then that quick disconnect right there, that 1 inch, was on that hose there. They said just to pull that off. I'm gonna leave all that. Next up, I think we need to go ahead and drain the coolant because we have to pull off some radiator hoses. So let's get the coolant drained out of this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and pull off the bumper. I feel like that's gonna be in the way regardless, and then we can drain that radiator. We made our first mistake. Little nipple on the upper radiator hose. That runs over to the coolant expansion tank. I broke that thing off. I was trying to get it off and she snapped right off. So this plastic piece right here, I'm guessing is probably only like 10 grand from BMW, maybe 11, hopefully 9 on a lucky day. But yeah, that better be the first and last part that we break. From here, we're gonna go ahead and remove the lower radiator hose. Apparently it's this guy right here. It doesn't really look all that lower to me. So pull this guy off, quick disconnect. All these things are quick disconnect, which is kind of cool, unless you break them. Remove this electrical plug right here for the fan. And then we got to pull the fan out itself. So I think there's a screw there and the fan should come on out. Fan is out, radiator hose off, other radiator hose off, only one broken part so far. We're doing all right. That bracket right there for the airbox, that guy has to come off. So we're going to drill out the spot welds with a 3/8 drill bit, and then we got to pull that bracket off because that is apparently in the way of something. Not sure what, but it's in the way, so let's get it off. A little bit mangled, but we got it off. I'm gonna grab some white touch-up paint and just put it on that bare metal. You can't see it anyway, but I don't want it to start rusting at all, so I'm just gonna touch it up, call that a day. Moving on to the belts. So there's 2 belts on this car, power steering and the water pump belt. We're gonna go ahead and loosen up this belt right here, belt number 1, and then belt number 2, I believe we're completely removing. I'll have to look at the instructions again, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Belt number 1, power steering, leave belt hanging in place. Belt number 2, which is water pump, loosen the idler and remove belt number 2 altogether. Cool. Came to join the party, I see.
I did. I wanted to see what this whole supercharged thing is all about.
Just know I'm gonna gap you.
That's fine.
Go look at the bay. It's all torn apart. Sad, huh?
What the frick?
I gotta pull the motor.
I've never even like seen this before.
I'm pulling the motor out.
No, you're not.
Yeah, it's almost out.
Do you even know what you're doing?
I had no fucking clue.
Is it confusing compared to like?
Yeah, it's a big old V8.
What's that and that?
That's a valve cover. That's a valve cover.
It looks weird. Doesn't look like.
It's a V. Imagine a V. You know what a V is? AKA Vijana. V.
A Vergige?
V8. 8 cylinders, 4 per side.
Wow, this thing just is gonna make all the power.
So, you know how yours is flat? Yours is a boxer, 2 cylinders per side. That is a 4 cylinder. 4 cylinders in the center.
Mine's.
Yours is the AS kind, sorry.
I hate boxer engines.
Do you like it though? You want to look at the supercharger?
Oh, you can run a crack.
Yes. Follow me. You gotta find it. Wow, you're a freaking genius, dude.
Well, because it kind of looks like a troops.
A little bit. So I believe this would be.
It doesn't have the hot side.
How do you know these kind of things? So you just don't see the hot side?
I'm a mechanic.
I feel it.
Oh, was I right?
Yeah. I guess this would technically be considered the hot side, because like on a turbo, the hot side spools the turb ski, and this spools this turb ski. This would be considered a pro charger.
It's like a pulley system that
Correct.
charges it to make more power.
Yes. So instead of the exhaust coming up right through the up pipe to the turb ski, like on your car, and hits that turbine wheel, this will connect to the crank via a belt. That belt turning this son of a bitch, and it goes.
This? That seems kind of chintzy. Is it not?
No, this is a Vortec.
I honestly thought that was plastic, but it's not.
And then I believe you can do a smaller pulley and it would make more power because it'd spin faster. But this boy's already the biggest kit they make. It's a VF650, 650 horse ponies on pump gas. On E85, this would make probably like 4,000 wheel.
Yeah,
This sits right on top. So you know that big plastic thing, like the manifold or the plenum, as I call it?
the what?
Plenum. That replaces that. Right up top. Right there.
Okay.
And then the supercharger will sit right about here. So she's pretty much as torn down as it needs to be. And then you start putting shit back on. You approve?
Yeah, it looks like fun. There's something about this engine bay that I'm not really liking though. It just seems really crammed.
Oh, it's a big old V8. It ain't no 4-cylinder, brother. We're not dicking around now.
I've never seen it.
Wait till I get a V12.
Is that like a Lamborghini?
Correct. That's what they sound like. Okay, getting back to work on this thing. We're gonna pull off the hydraulic tensioner for the belt on the driver's side. So grab a 13 mil. Let's pull that guy off.
Look at this angle.
Wow.
Freaking sexy.
From what I understand, the car is as torn apart as we need to get it. Beautiful. So there's this thing called an alternator U-bracket. I'm not quite sure where that guy is at. There's hose everywhere. I hate when I come to the shop, there's hoses scattered about my shop. Hose everywhere. Is that cast or billet?
Billet?
How do you know things? How? A few years later, Bobby found the bracket. I couldn't find it, but Bobby did. Ow. Excellent. Is this billet or cast?
Billet? Do you always flex your muscle?
I'm not flexing. You want to see me flex? Ow, fuck, that hurt. Lower alternator bolt, this guy here, comes out, and this U-bracket and stud goes in place of it. Ready for the last part?
It's a pulley system. Of course it's gonna pull.
So this guy right here goes in place of the factory tensioner, okay? And I believe the new tensioner is right here on this giant ass freaking supercharger mount. This is a whole ass ordeal. Ain't no way we're getting her done today because I'm out of this bitch after I put this bad boy on. Let's do it. Bolts go to 18 foot-pounds.
You should grab Alan.
You know who Alan is? Gonna be such a freaking fun car, I bet, dude. Done! Let's fire it up. For real though, guys, I'm done for the day. I met my goal of disassembly and slight reassembly. I think that the next step is actually a fairly big step. It's mounting the supercharger onto the supercharger bracket and getting that onto the engine, which I don't want to do right now. I do want to, but I'd rather go eat dinner. Also half-assed tempted to pull out the Evo 10 and let her eat tonight, but I can't.
Why not?
Blew it up. Pretty sick, huh? It's crazy.
I have a feeling my car's blown up.
Why?
Because it's knocking under boost sometimes now.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Under
1.4.
1.4
Yeah.
counts of knock. That's it? I probably have 8 counts of knocking the Evos.
Well, it doesn't look every time now that I drive, but it's tight, you know? The CV life.
Bobby, I'm sorry, but
What do you mean? What do you actually mean? It's not common that this is gonna last. So why are you making fun of me like it's a freaking sturdy ass motor, because it's not.
yeah, it is.
What? Honey,
What?
it's not. I know it's not. You tell me all the time. And everybody on...
I hope it does.
Did you end up the video yet?
Yeah, your car sucks.
Okay.
And I'm gonna gap the shit out of you. Say less. You wanna, we could actually race.
No, we're not racing.
Why?
My car does not run very well right now.
It runs fine.
Thanks a lot, Bader. Your tunes suck.
How does it run bad?
Oh, I don't know. It just revs around town everywhere I go.
You have a hanging idle that we just gotta figure out. That's
Yeah. Literally the other day in the parking lot, I took my foot off the gas and I just cruised around the whole entire parking lot without it.
Huh. Maybe I have an air leak. I already did.
Say it again.
Bye, baby, bye.
No, to your YouTube family.
They are my babies. The Holy Ghost. And how does that go?
The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
That one, that's what I am. Wait a single second. You wanna hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, she doesn't run mitten yet. We gotta do some adjustments, but Bobby's never heard the FRS. You can stay back here.
No, I want to start it.
It needs like gas pedaling to get her fired.
She's that built, huh?
Oh, she built.
Ooh. What the frick? It actually sounds like a car now.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so fucking excited to rip this thing. 400 wheel on P.
I feel like it was so quiet before. It sounded like a electric car. Now it sounds like a Subaru. I'm happy.
Sick.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll gap your car?
No. This thing's got nothing on Gary. Puny little rear wheel drive.
You won't be saying that when I gap you in the S2K.